What if Darth Plagueis was actually Supreme Leader Snoke? How would this have changed the sequel trilogy? Let's hop right into it. This is episode 1, Resurrection. This story begins on a ship that's heading for the dark planet of Exegol, hidden deep within the unknown regions where even Starlight seemed afraid to linger. Laying in the shadow of the galaxy moved a fanatical group known as the Acolytes of the Beyond, non-force sensitive devotees of the Sith, loyal not merely to the Empire, but to the legacy of Darth Sidious himself. Every waking moment of their lives was devoted to one singular purpose: restoring the Sith. Their leader was Yupi Tashu, who was an advisor for Emperor Palpatine and also was a historian for Sith history. Palpatine often spoke to him of forbidden worlds that hid relics buried in the tombs of Sith Lords. One place stuck out the most to Tashu, which was Korriban. This planet was where the Sith originated from. Tashu would spend years deciphering fragmented archives and half-lost legends, but Tashu was finally able to find the planet Korriban. Deep within a collapsed Sith temple, Tashu uncovered a tomb untouched by time, and inside laid one object of legend: a Sith wayfinder. With this device, the Sith once navigated the unknown regions with ease, and this device was key. Tashu knew that with the Sith wayfinder, that there was now finally a path to bring back Sidious. Tashu and the Acolytes would use the wayfinder to travel the unknown regions where they would come across the planet Exegol. Descending through a storm-wrapped sky, the Acolytes would land on the planet of Exegol. Shortly after landing, they would be ambushed by hooded figures who had their blades drawn. They were the Sith Eternal. The Sith Eternal revealed that they had waited generations for the return of a Dark Lord of the Sith. Tashu would sadly inform them that a Jedi by the name of Luke Skywalker had defeated both Darth Vader and Darth Sidious, causing the collapse of the Galactic Empire. Tashu would tell them that there was no more Sith Lords left. A leader from the Sith Eternal would speak up and tell them that there may be a way to bring back a Sith Lord. They spoke of a ritual ancient, forbidden, and catastrophic, and it required relics soaked in the dark side and a vessel for the Dark Lord. The Sith Eternal possessed a body that was used during Darth Plagueis' experiments with immortality. They would perform the ritual at the altar of Exegol within the Temple of the Eternal Shadow. The clone body was placed upon the cracked stone altar. Upon its face rested the mask of Darth Nihilus. They would encircle the clone's body with the ashes of Darth Bane. In the left hand of the clone laid Darth Plagueis' lightsaber. In the crystal chamber was the corrupt kyber crystal of Darth Malgus. Darth Revan's shattered mask would be placed on the chest of the clone. Resting in the right hand of the clone would be the soul prism. Now the ritual was ready to begin. When the chanting began, Exegol screamed. The ground split. The temple shook violently as the dark side surged like a living storm in the temple. The clone's body lifted slowly into the air. One by one, the Sith Eternal and Acolytes would collapse, their life essence torn from them and drawn into the floating form. Even the planet itself began to break apart, massive fissures ripping through the surface as if Exegol could not contain what was being born. The clone lifted its head. A shockwave of pure force energy tore through the ruins, sending ripples across the galaxy itself. As the temple collapsed, dust and stone fell away to reveal a towering figure, wrapped in shadow and power. The figure spoke, his voice layered with ancient dominance.
The galaxy was once within my grasp, and I will reclaim it. It will kneel, or it will be broken.
Darth Plagueis had returned. Although Plagueis was reborn, Plagueis was weak, and his power was unstable. He would need time to rebuild, to manipulate, and to allow the dark currents of the Force to restore him fully. And so he devised a plan, a patient plan. As everything fades to darkness, you can hear a scream. A young boy jerked upright in his bed, drenched in sweat, heart pounding violently. Ben Solo stumbled from his quarters, fear overriding exhaustion. He ran towards his master's chambers. Images of shadows, lightning, and towering Sith burned into his mind. Before Ben burst into Luke Skywalker's room. Luke felt the darkness, a disturbance, a wound in the Force. Something ancient had awakened. Like and subscribe for part 2.